Hello race fans, this week the NASCAR Xfinity Series headed to Dover International Speedway for 200 miles of racing at the Monster Mile.
Inside lane, the teammate Chris Buescher, green flag in the air, Wallace gets the early jump.
Darrell Wallace Jr. led the field to the green flag alongside his Roush-Fenway Racing teammate Chris Buescher. Wallace Jr. was able to secure the top spot within the first corner of action and break away from the field. Matt Kenseth found early trouble when he was forced to bring his race car to pit road for an on-schedule pit stop because of a loose wheel on the 20 machine. Out front, Wallace Jr. continued to lead, but last week's Xfinity Series winner, Austin Dillon, was determined to get his 33 car to the front. And by lap 42, Dillon would steal first place from Wallace Jr. On lap 64, Ryan Blaney and Brian Scott made contact on the entrance of turn 1, sending both cars up the racetrack and into the outside retaining wall.
There goes Brian Scott hard into the wall.
Scott's car would come to a stop in the middle of the track, and Jamie Dick went flying into the driver's side of the 2 car. The scary wreck resulted in significant damage for the 2 race cars. Both drivers were okay. Back to green, Eric Jones, who is celebrating his 19th birthday, found his way into the top spot during the restart. Jones would briefly break away, but it was only a matter of time before Wallace Jr. reclaimed the lead.
Darrell Wallace Jr. is on point once again here at Dover.
On lap 102, well under yellow, the majority of the leaders headed to pit road for adjustments. But Matt Kenseth, who was trying to make up ground, opted to stay out. The green flag was back in the air, and Kenseth was able to hold off Ty Dillon for the top spot and expand his lead. The race progressed, and race teams began to think pit strategy. Kenseth continued to lead the race, but was forced to bring his race car to pit road for fuel on lap 154, giving the lead back to Jones. But like his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate, Jones had to give up his lead to head to pit road for fuel on lap 184. And suddenly it was down to Roush-Fenway Racing teammates Darrell Wallace Jr. and Chris Buescher, who were within tenths of one another and trying to conserve fuel. Wallace Jr. tried his best to fight off the 60 machine, but with under 10 laps remaining, Buescher didn't have any time to waste. Buescher drove hard into the corner and made contact with Wallace Jr. The 60 car drove away with the lead, while Wallace Jr. suffered a flat tire and was forced to head to pit road. The checkered flag waved, and Buescher would pick up his second NASCAR Xfinity Series win of the 2015 season, but it may have come with a price.
It's my teammate, so I can't really say much unless I see a replay, but just run over me, and he happens to end up winning, so it should be interesting Monday morning.
We'll talk about it. We're heading to the plane, heading to the same place right now, so we'll get it all straightened out.
3 of the 4 Dash for Cash qualifiers finished the race in the top 10, but Regan Smith would be the one to collect the $100,000 with his 3rd place finish.
The series will return to the track on June 13th at Michigan International Speedway. For NASCAR, I'm John Householder.